Unemployment Insurance Weekly Claims. Transmission of materials in this release is embargoed until 8:30 a.m. Eastern, Thursday, October 15, 2020. Technical note: in response to recommendations resulting from an internal review of state operations, the state of California has announced a 2-week pause in its processing of initial claims for unemployment insurance benefits. The state will use this time to reduce its claims processing backlog and implement fraud prevention technology. Recognizing that the pause will likely result in significant week-to-week swings in initial claims for California and the nation unrelated to any changes in economic conditions, California's initial claims published in the UI Claims news release will reflect the level reported during the last week prior to the pause. Upon completion of the pause and the post-pause processing, the state will submit revised reports to reflect claims in the week during which they were filed. For additional information on California's efforts, https://www.ed.ca.gov/about_ed/pdf/news-20-49.pdf. Seasonally adjusted data. In the week ending October 10, the advance figure for seasonally adjusted initial claims was 898,000, an increase of 53,000 from the previous week's revised level. The previous week's level was revised up by 5,000 from 840,000 to 845,000. The 4-week moving average was 866,250, an increase of 8,000 from the previous week's revised average. The previous week's average was revised up by 1,250 from 857,000 to 858,250. The advanced seasonally adjusted insured unemployment rate was 6.8% for the week ending October 3, a decrease of 0.9 percentage point from the previous week's revised rate. The previous week's rate was revised up by 0.2 from 7.5 to 7.7%. The advance number for seasonally adjusted insured unemployment during the week ending October 3 was 10,018,000, a decrease of 1,165,000 from the previous week's revised level. The previous week's level was revised up 207,000 from 10,976,000 to 11,183,000. The 4-week moving average was 11,481,750, a decrease of 682,250 from the previous week's revised average. The previous week's average was revised up by 51,750 from 12,112,250 to 12,164,000. Unadjusted data. The advance number of actual initial claims under state programs, unadjusted, totaled 885,885 in the week ending October 10, an increase of 76,670, or 9.5%, from the previous week. The seasonal factors had expected an increase of 23,144, or 2.9%, from the previous week. There were 201,677 initial claims in the comparable week in 2019. In addition, for the week ending October 10, 51 states reported 372,891 initial claims for pandemic unemployment assistance. The advance unadjusted insured unemployment rate was 6.6% during the week ending October 3, a decrease of 0.8 percentage point from the prior week. The advance unadjusted number for persons claiming UI benefits in state programs totaled 9,631,588, a decrease of 1,188,202, or -11.0%, from the preceding week. The seasonal factors had expected a decrease of 22,926, or -0.2%, from the previous week. A year earlier the rate was 0.9% and the volume was 1,369,887. The total number of people claiming benefits in all programs for the week ending September 26 was 25,290,325, a decrease of 215,270 from the previous week. There were 1,415,539 persons claiming benefits in all programs in the comparable week in 2019. During the week ending September 19, extended benefits were available in the following 45 states: Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, District of Columbia, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Montana, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Puerto Rico, Rhode Island, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, Vermont, the Virgin Islands, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, and Wisconsin. Initial claims for UI benefits filed by former federal civilian employees totaled 1,438 in the week ending October 3, an increase of 341 from the prior week. There were 949 initial claims filed by newly discharged veterans, a decrease of 52 from the preceding week. There were 12,126 former federal civilian employees claiming UI benefits for the week ending September 26, a decrease of 10 from the previous week. Newly discharged veterans claiming benefits totaled 13,264, a decrease of 494 from the prior week. During the week ending September 26, 51 states reported 11,172,335 individuals claiming pandemic unemployment assistance benefits and 49 states reported 2,778,007 individuals claiming pandemic emergency unemployment compensation benefits. The highest insured unemployment rates in the week ending September 26 were in Hawaii, 17.9, California, 16.1, Nevada, 12.5, Puerto Rico, 10.5, Louisiana, 10.3, Georgia, 10.1, New York, 10.0, District of Columbia, 9.1, Michigan, 9.0, and New Mexico, 8.8. The largest increases in initial claims for the week ending October 3 were in Florida, plus 9,933, Illinois, plus 6,877, Massachusetts, plus 4,021, North Carolina, plus 2,907, and Maryland, plus 1,714, while the largest decreases were in New Jersey, minus 3,504, Kansas, minus 3,312, Pennsylvania, minus 3,111, Louisiana, minus 2,835, and Washington, minus 2,474. Unemployment insurance data for regular state programs. Week ending October 10. Initial claims seasonally adjusted 898,000. Initial claims not seasonally adjusted 885,885. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted 866,250. Week ending October 3. Insured unemployment seasonally adjusted 10,018,000. Insured unemployment not seasonally adjusted 9,631,588. 4-week moving average seasonally adjusted 11,481,750. Insured unemployment rate seasonally adjusted 6.8%. Insured unemployment rate not seasonally adjusted 6.6%. Initial claims filed in federal programs unadjusted. Week ending October 10. Pandemic unemployment assistance 372,891. Week ending October 3. Federal employees UCFE 1,438. Newly discharged veterans UCX 949. Persons claiming UI benefits in all programs unadjusted. Week ending September 26. Total 25,290,325. Footnotes SA seasonally adjusted data, NSA not seasonally adjusted data. 1. Prior year is comparable to most recent data. 2. Most recent week used covered employment of 146,534,375 as denominator. 3. Information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20. PUA program information. 4. Information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter UIPL 17-20. PEUC program information 5. Information on the EB program can be found here. EB program information 6. Some states maintain additional benefit programs for those claimants who exhaust regular benefits, and when applicable, extended benefits. Information on states that participate, and the extent of benefits paid, can be found starting on page 4-4 of this link. Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 7. Information on STC work sharing can be found starting on page 4-8 of the following link. Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 8. Totals include PUA unemployment for the appropriate corresponding week. Persons claiming UI benefits in all programs unadjusted. Week ending September 26. Total 25,290,325. Footnotes: SA seasonally adjusted data, NSA not seasonally adjusted data. 1. Prior year is comparable to most recent data. 2. Most recent week used covered employment of 146,534,375 as denominator. 3. Information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20. PUA program information. 4. Information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter UIPL 17-20. PEUC program information. 5. Information on the EB program can be found here. EB program information. 6. Some states maintain additional benefit programs for those claimants who exhaust regular benefits, and when applicable, extended benefits. Information on states that participate, and the extent of benefits paid, can be found starting on page 4-4 of this link. Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 7. Information on STC work sharing can be found starting on page 4-8 of the following link. Extensions and Special Programs PDF. 8. Totals include PUA unemployment for the appropriate corresponding week. Advanced state claims, not seasonally adjusted. U.S. total 885,885. Note: advance claims are not directly comparable to claims reported in prior weeks. Advance claims are reported by the state liable for paying the unemployment compensation, whereas previous weeks' reported claims reflect claimants by state of residence. In addition, claims reported as work-share equivalent in the previous week are added to the advance claims as a proxy for the current week's work-share equivalent activity. Asterisk denotes state estimates. Seasonally adjusted US weekly UI claims in thousands. Week ending October 10, 2020. Initial claims 898. Week ending October 3, 2020. Insured unemployment 10,018. Pandemic unemployment assistance claims not seasonally adjusted. PUA initial claims filed during week ended October 10. U.S. total 372,891. PUA continued claims for week ended September 26. U.S. total 11,172,335. Note: information on the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance (PUA) program can be found in UIPL 16-20. PUA program information. Backdated claims data may be included in these figures. Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation claims, not seasonally adjusted. PEUC claims filed during weeks ended September 26. U.S. total 2,778,007. Note: information on the Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation (PEUC) program can be found in Unemployment Insurance Program Letter UIPL 17-20. PEUC program information. Extended Benefits (EB) claims, not seasonally adjusted. EB claims filed during weeks ended September 26. U.S. total 354,658. Note: information on the EB program can be found here. EB program information. Initial claims filed during week ended October 3. Totals 809,215. Insured unemployment for week ended September 26. Totals 10,819,790. Figures appearing in columns showing over the week changes reflect all revisions in data for prior week submitted by state agencies. 1. The Unemployment Compensation Program for Federal Employees (UCFE) and the Unemployment Compensation for Ex-Service Members (UCX) exclude claims filed jointly under other programs to avoid duplication. 2. Rate is not seasonally adjusted. The source of U.S. total covered employment is BLS. Unadjusted initial claims for week ended October 3, 2020. States with an increase of more than 1,000. State change. State supplied comment. Florida. Plus 9,933. Layoffs in the agriculture, forestry, fishing and hunting, construction, manufacturing, wholesale trade, retail trade, and service industries. Illinois. Plus 6,877. Layoffs in the wholesale trade, retail trade, healthcare and social assistance, and administrative and support and waste management and remediation services industries. Massachusetts. Plus 4,021. North Carolina. Plus 2,907. Layoffs in the accommodation and food services, administrative and support and waste management and remediation services, and transportation and warehousing industries. Maryland. Plus 1,714. Missouri. Plus 1,592. Layoffs in the retail trade and accommodation and food services industries. Virginia. Plus 1,466. Layoffs in the administrative and support and waste management and remediation services industries. Georgia. Plus 1,348. Layoffs in the retail trade, accommodation and food services, and health care and social assistance industries. Colorado. Plus 1,057. States with a decrease of more than 1,000. State change. State supplied comment. New Jersey. Minus 3,504. Kansas. Minus 3,312. Pennsylvania. Minus 3,111. Fewer layoffs in the manufacturing, accommodation and food services, construction, and administrative and support and waste management and remediation services industries. Louisiana. Minus 2,835. Washington. Minus 2,474. Michigan. Minus 2,061. Kentucky. Minus 1,833. Oregon. Minus 1,330. Alabama. Minus 1,073. Fewer layoffs in the accommodation and food services industry. Technical notes. This news release presents the weekly unemployment insurance (UI) claims reported by each state's unemployment insurance program offices. These claims may be used for monitoring workload volume, assessing state program operations, and for assessing labor market conditions. States initially report claims directly taken by the state liable for the benefit payments, regardless of where the claimant who filed the claim resided. These are the basis for the advance initial claims and continued claims reported each week. These data come from ETA 538, Advance Weekly Initial and Continued Claims Report. The following week initial claims and continued claims are revised based on a second reporting by states that reflect the claimants by state of residence. These data come from the ETA 539, Weekly Claims and Extended Benefits Trigger Data Report. A. Initial claims. An initial claim is a claim filed by an unemployed individual after a separation from an employer. The claimant requests a determination of basic eligibility for the UI program. When an initial claim is filed with a state, certain programmatic activities take place, and these result in activity counts, including the count of initial claims. The count of U.S. initial claims for unemployment insurance is a leading economic indicator because it is an indication of emerging labor market conditions in the country. However, these are weekly administrative data which are difficult to seasonally adjust, making the series subject to some volatility. B. Continued weeks claimed. A person who has already filed an initial claim and who has experienced a week of unemployment then files a continued claim to claim benefits for that week of unemployment. Continued claims are also referred to as insured unemployment. The count of U.S. continued weeks claimed is also a good indicator of labor market conditions. Continued claims reflect the current number of insured unemployed workers filing for UI benefits in the nation. While continued claims are not a leading indicator, they roughly coincide with economic cycles at their peaks and lag at cycle troughs. They provide confirming evidence of the direction of the U.S. economy. C. Seasonal adjustments and annual revisions. Over the course of a year, the weekly changes in the levels of initial claims and continued claims undergo regularly occurring fluctuations. These fluctuations may result from seasonal changes in weather, major holidays, the opening and closing of schools, or other similar events. Because these seasonal events follow a more or less regular pattern each year, their influence on the level of a series can be tempered by adjusting for regular seasonal variation. These adjustments make trend and cycle developments easier to spot. At the beginning of each calendar year, the Bureau of Labor Statistics provides the Employment and Training Administration (ETA) with a set of seasonal factors to apply to the unadjusted data during that year. Concurrent with the implementation and release of the new seasonal factors, ETA incorporates revisions to the UI claims historical series caused by updates to the unadjusted data. U.S. Department of Labor news materials are accessible at http://www.dol.gov.